Retail store credit cards, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I always have mixed feelings when the clerk asks me to sign up for a store credit card. First, I feel sorry for the clerk, knowing that she's probably under pressure to meet a quota. Then I feel annoyed that refusing store credit has to be part of an everyday shopping experience. Finally, I wonder if I could actually benefit from taking the 10 to 15% off my purchase. Sound familiar? Some people will benefit from store credit, while others will find themselves in debt. Which one are you? Read the information below to decide for yourself. Instead of listing pros and cons, I chose the old Clint Eastwood movie title because there can be some ugly consequences to using store credit. Let's go over the list. The good. Good for rebuilding your credit or establishing new credit. Store credit is easy to get. If you need to rebuild your credit, you can do worse than getting a store credit card. As long as you pay the card off in full each and every month, you begin to establish yourself back as a good credit risk. Good for promotions, discount, and advance sale notice. Participate in store credit programs can get deals that others can't. If you frequently buy clothes or supplies at the same store, this could save you money over time. Again, that's providing you pay the balance off in full each month and don't buy items you don't need. Good for savings on a single large purchase. Let's say you rarely use the store card, but this time you're buying an appliance, all new window treatments, or some other large purchase. A savings of 10 or 15% could be substantial. Just make sure you can pay it off that month. You haven't saved a dime if you have to pay 20% interest on your purchase. The bad interest rates. Store credit cards can have interest rates up to 20%. That means if you don't pay the card in full right away after the first purchase, you haven't saved 15%. You spent an extra 5% for the purchase. Some deal, huh? Bad balance to credit ratio limit. They usually have a small credit limit, which means you can reach the ceiling after a few purchases. That's not good for your credit score. You want to keep your distance between your balance and your credit limit as wide as possible. Now the ugly. Lower credit score. It's one thing to use a credit card for a one-time purchase or to get a store credit at your favorite department store. It's another to pick up a card at every store because you think you're getting a deal. What are the consequences? Every time you apply for a store credit card, your credit report is pinged. Usually that means your score dropped 20 to 30 points for each application. Your score will right itself in time, but why take the risk? Your life can change overnight. You might not have months for your credit score to improve. If you suddenly need a new residence, job, or car, temptation. There's something about hearing the words 15% off that can make a shopper temporarily insane. We find ourselves buying items we don't need or even want. Having multiple store credit cards can lead to spending that exceeds your budget, which can keep your long-term goals permanently out of reach. Which is more important, buying something right now or staying out of debt? Can you trust yourself to make the right decision? Store credit isn't evil, and it can even be helpful, but it has hurt people who weren't prepared to face the interest rate and the temptations. Make the right choice for you. Know your own spending habits and use your credit wisely. This is Jill Russo Foster. Until next time.